I'm Drew Hudson. I'm a climate hawk, I'm a Vermonter, I'm a beer drinker, and I endorse Rhode Island-made beer. Specifically, this one. So what we're joking about here is that Vermonters are endorsing Rhode Island things these days. It's all the rage. As you may know, if you're from New England or visited the region, we make a lot of wonderful beers. Many of us think the best beers are made in our home state. And I mention our endorsement of Vermont and Rhode Island beers because New England is also a place that produces a lot of fantastic climate hawks. Now we're really focused on Rhode Island. And just like I'm a Vermont climate hawk endorsing Rhode Island beer as a fellow beer snob, a lot of the Vermont climate hawks, including Bernie Sanders, have endorsed Aaron Regunberg running for Congress down in Rhode Island. And the lesson here really is that what we're trying to build in New England is a bulwark of climate hawks who are not just, voting with the Democratic caucus, not just saying that climate change is a real and urgent problem, but who are really digging in and pushing the solutions that we need, pushing the envelope of what's possible. And time again, it's been New England climate hawks who've really led the way on that stuff, whether it's Ed Markey introducing the Green New Deal resolution in the Senate, or Bernie Sanders pushing the president to declare a climate emergency, on and on and on the list goes. Vermonters, New Englanders have been doing a lot of the work to push the envelope on climate legislation and get a lot of good stuff done. And we think Aaron Regunberg is the next one of those great New England climate hawks, or could be. It helps that he comes from Rhode Island, where Sheldon Whitehouse, the senator, has for years made a regular speech on the floor of the U.S. Senate about the dangers of climate change and the urgent need to take action. Aaron comes out as a product, as an organizer from Rhode Island. He's taken on the fossil fuel industry. In the legislature, he worked to expand renewable energy as well as good green jobs and union jobs by supporting things like paid family leave, paid sick time, and raising the minimum wage. So he's an excellent progressive candidate, and that's why so many progressives in the House and the Senate have endorsed Aaron. We're looking at folks like Greg Casar in the House, and also Bernie Sanders in the Senate, and lots of others like Jamie Raskin and Jan Schakowsky, and on and on. You can read all about it on our endorsement page. So lots of great folks are signing up to support Aaron, but we just have a little bit of time, and this is a special election, which means it's happening on September 5th, before the normal election day when people would be expecting to vote. So it's expected that a lot of Rhode Islanders probably won't know about the election or won't turn out until the last minute. And that's why our Get Out the Vote efforts, like what I've been doing this weekend, canvassing door to door in Providence and nearby communities, and calling voters on the phone who've requested absentee ballots and making sure they get the message to vote for Aaron before they send that ballot back. That's really the kind of stuff that's going to make the difference. England, special appeal to get your donations in right now and support. If you want to have a little fun with it, you can donate the cost of your favorite six-pack of beer, whatever that is, and tell us in the comments what your favorite beer is in New England. We'll have a little beer off. I'm going to root for this Rhode Island special Maho Bay Double IPA from Tilted Barn. If you get down to Rhode Island, you can find them too. So that's what I'll be endorsing for my beer choice, and Aaron's who I'm endorsing for my congressional choice in Rhode Island. And you can chip in to support your favorite beer and support your favorite candidate in Rhode Island as well, Aaron Regunberg for Congress. So thanks so much, and here's the report from our canvas trip this weekend. So I headed down to Rhode Island on Saturday the 19th, met up with some lovely people in Providence for a door-to-door canvass. Went out and knocked on doors to talk to voters. Here we all are all as a group getting ready to head out. There's Aaron in the back, and of course you've got to get your selfie with the candidate while he's there. Aaron went out and canvassed with a local reporter, but I got a tweet about it and got a thank you tweet from the candidate. So if you come down and canvass on the doors in Rhode Island, you can meet Aaron too and maybe get a tweet. Hey everybody, it's Drew from Climate Hawks Vote. Just about to start on my canvassing shift for Aaron Regunberg today in Rhode Island. Got a parking spot near a park on my turf, and I've got a list of, I don't know, probably 75 or 100 voters in this neighborhood. So we're going to head out and knock on the doors. I got my Aaron lit here, ready to go, to leave behind with folks. And if you are a Rhode Island 1 voter, reminder that the deadline to request a mail-in ballot has passed, but it's not too late to vote early. You can go to the city hall between normal business hours. You can vote in person early there until September 5, and then September 5 is the special election primary day. So get down to your polling place by September 5, but it's not an election day, it's an election month, or a little less than a month now to go. So get out there and vote, Rhode Island 1, vote for Aaron for Congress, and I'll come knock on your door and remind you in case you forget.
So we headed out on turf. We used this mobile app, which makes it really easy to find the voters, and I had a lot of great conversations, including with some union members.
Whew. All right, so we did it. Took just about 2 hours there out canvassing. Lots of great conversations. Talked to a couple folks. My favorite was somebody who still had a Bernie Sanders for president, big hand-painted sign in their yard. Big Bernie supporters. Always glad to see him as a Vermonter. But left a lot of literature, a lot of people not home, which is pretty normal for a Saturday afternoon. But great afternoon canvassing, had a good time, handed out a lot of these little lit things with our endorsements on them. And yeah, going to go back and check in with headquarters.
And of course, when we got back to headquarters, we got the announcement that Bernie is coming to town next weekend, the 27th, a big rally in Providence with Bernie Sanders and other progressives supporting Aaron for Congress. If you're near enough, you can get down and see that at the...
Back home in Vermont. It's Sunday afternoon, early evening now. Sun is setting on the other side of the Green Mountains, and I'm going to sit down and enjoy my Vermont and Rhode Island beers at the end of a long day. Thanks for watching our video about our canvassing trip down to support the Aaron Regunberg for Congress campaign. Big push for New England in particular, but all of you Climate Hawks out there. We just have a couple weeks left to elect the next great climate leader to Congress, Aaron Regunberg, in Rhode Island's 1st District. So if you haven't already, or even if you have, please chip in to support the big push at the end of the run. If you're near enough, if you're in New England and you get down to Rhode Island, you can join us for the big rally with Bernie Sanders next week. That'll be exciting, and another big push for Aaron from the progressive climate hawk wing of the Congress, and all of the wonderful progressives who've lent their support to Aaron over the last couple of weeks. So hop on the phones with us again this Thursday, make calls for Aaron. If you're near enough, you can come out and canvass with us on the weekends as well. And you can come down and join the Bernie Sanders rally or tune in online. Whatever you do, throw your support in now. We just have 3 weeks left to win this really important special election and send the next great Climate Hawk to Congress. Thanks.